Hi, my name is Allison. My experiment, Saved on the Fly, focuses on whether or not dietary antioxidants protect against stress, specifically metabolic stress. For the past 20 years, Dr. Oz and Oprah have widely publicized antioxidants as a sort of superfood. I am extremely grateful to Dr. Lasko and Dr. Moon for their support for the past 3 years. They welcomed me into their lab so that I could conduct my fly dietary experiments. In my previous experiments in 2017 and 2018, I showed that dietary antioxidant supplements didn't generally benefit the healthy fruit fly's longevity nor fertility. This data did not support Dr. Oz and the food industry's antioxidant marketing. But I wanted to give antioxidants a second chance, so I decided to approach it from another angle. Antioxidants might not be useful to healthy flies, but could they protect stressed flies? If we extrapolate to humans, we face chronic conditions like obesity, arthritis, alcohol, and environmental pollutants on a daily basis. In addition, we constantly face acute metabolic stressors in major infections like COVID, chemotherapy, or surgery. So could antioxidants save us from such stresses? To address this question, I conducted a series of experiments over the summer and the school year of 2018 and 2019. The objective was to determine the effects of stress and dietary acai on the health of the fruit fly. To be precise, it comes to a two-part hypothesis. So first, if Drosophila melanogaster fly is subjected to a certain oxidative stress, it will suffer measurable harm. In that case, the dietary antioxidant acai will help mitigate these harmful effects. So here were some of my base conditions for the independent variables, and the diet was either a standard fly food with no antioxidants or with 5% acai. And I chose 5% because of prior experiments, and 5% can be extrapolated to human diet supplementation. The stress exposures consisted of a control and 3 types of stress. The control was just leaving the flies alone, and then there were 3 types of stress, 1 acute and 2 chronic, as you can see over here. The first one was 2% H2O2, and it was fed to the flies for 24 hours. Hydrogen peroxide is a known acute antioxidant stressor, and I chose 2% concentration based on a pilot experiment in preparation for this main experiment. The second stress was a chronic stress. So flies were aged 14 days to middle age, and age is widely believed to be the result of cumulative oxidative damage. Finally, I bred a mutant fly minus SOD2 RNAi that is missing one of the 2 genes that encodes for the fly's naturally antioxidant-produced enzyme, superoxide dismutase 2, and these flies are SOD deficient from birth. For the dependent variables, I had 5 over here, and this is the part where I measured the effects of the diet and the stress on the health of the flies. And to do that, I chose to use these 5 types of biological assays. So the conclusion is to be framed from a hypothesis perspective. Hypothesis 1 was that the flies were harmed by oxidative stress, and this is supported for only H2O2 and age stresses. But oddly enough, SOD flies managed to outlive all the other groups, and this was unexpected but will merit further exploration in future experiments. Overall, though, the hypothesis was mostly supported, which is important to establish before going on to the next hypothesis. So hypothesis 2 was that dietary acai helps to counteract these harmful effects. And the support is kind of a mixed bag. So acai was protective against acute H2O2 stresses in the adult motility, ROS, progeny migration, and fertility assays. However, it was harmful to chronically stressed aged and SOD flies. Also, it was of no benefit to all the flies in the longevity assays. So hypothesis 2 here is only partially supported. So briefly, here were some of the errors and challenges that I had to overcome. I lost entire generations of flies because of poor protocol decisions that I made. For example, I tried to use reheated fly food to save time, but it did not gel properly, and all the flies ended up kind of drowning in the semi-liquid medium. But moral of the story is, don't use shortcuts. Fresh food is always best. The exciting result from the study is that it supports large-scale human studies involving antioxidants. And I think that ethics board would probably greenlight such studies since antioxidants like acai are already sold and available in the marketplace. So this experiment can be used to guide initial human studies. My fly data does not support acai or any antioxidants in the regular daily diet of healthy or chronically stressed humans, so Dr. Oz has no support here. Acai might protect humans undergoing serious medical conditions that generate a lot of metabolic stress, such as sepsis, cancer treatments, strokes, and heart attacks. Thank you so much for your attention. Here is the list of references that I used in this experiment.